It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a can of Melbourne Bitter to show you, coming in at 4.6% ABV in a 355 milliliter can from Australia. Let's get the can out into a glass and see what we get. Little bit of smoke on the can opening, beer in the glass. We got a 2-finger white head, good levels of carbonation. Oh, there's a little bit of sediment floating around in this glass, fabulous. Straw coloured, hazy, slightly hazy. Yeah, it looks good. Very quickly, I want to apologise to Travis. In a few of the beers reviews that Travis has sent me from Australia, I've been calling him Trevor. Sorry, Travis. It's Travis, not Trevor. Thank you very much for this. We'll have a look to see who brews this. Oh, it's by the Carlton and United Breweries. They're a big brewer in Australia. Let's get the aroma. Very light, very light. Straw kind of light, crisp kind of straw malts coming through. There's a touch of zestiness coming through though. It's like a touch of spiciness, zestiness, lemoniness. Not sure at this point if it's being brewed using any kind of corn or rice. There may be a touch of it, but I would say not too much. I would definitely say there's a malt build in here. Let's dive in. Cheers. Thank you, Travis. Lemon, bitter, light, malty. I'd say crisp grains, light, crispy, kind of wafery kind of grains in terms of the malt build. Maybe some corn, maybe some rice. It's a little bit tinny. You know it's been brewed by a big brewery. And it's a bitter. Just reminding myself it's not a lager, it's a bitter. I mean, there must be different variations of bitter around the world. What breweries see as a bitter, what a bitter should be. In the UK, I think people would probably swing more towards this being a lager than an actual bitter, I think. It's a little bit too clinical, it's a little bit too crisp and refreshing and light in terms of the hop content to be able to really say you can pin the tail on the donkey and say this is a bitter. I think it's more pushing towards, pardon me, lager territory. It's a little bit like Newcastle Brown Ale, where yes, it still looks brown, but it's just these days it's a coloured lager. There's nothing brown ale about Newcastle Brown Ale, and it's kind of, this is kind of pushing that same envelope. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm enjoying it. It's light, it's crispy, it's refreshing. Carbonation pushes the beer around the mouth, releases more of that flavour. There is a nice bitterness on the back end, but it's not crazy. Maybe because yeah, Melbourne, I mean, in the hot summers in Australia, not all year round as people tell me, but in the hot weather in Australia, this would go down a treat. And I think that might be their variation of a bitter. I don't think you want something too big and fat and bold and stodgy in the middle of summer to refresh yourself with. It's okay. It's nothing. There's no real off flavours. Okay, there's a little bit of tinniness. I will say there's that kind of big brewer taste about the beer, but it has been brewed by Carlton. I think Carlton are the biggest, or one of the biggest brewers in Australia. It's probably something they purchased. They purchased the brand a long time ago. I mean, it was probably something else. It was probably by the Melbourne Brewery years ago. I haven't been on Wikipedia to have a look. There's nothing more to say really about the beer. It's Australian brewed, Carlton Breweries, level 20, 2 South Bank Boulevard, Victoria, Australia, and that's it. 4.6% ABV. There's a 10 cents refund on the can if you want to send the can back. Quite a good idea. Yeah, that's it. I mean, if I was boiling hot in Australia and the barbecue was going and somebody threw me a can of this, I wouldn't throw it away, you know. But then again, I'm not sure if I would drive 20 miles to my local bottle shop to pick up a few cans of it either. I think if I was to do that, I'd buy a better style of beer, something hoppier, something more suited to my palate, suited to my taste. But I can totally understand why a lot of Australians drink it. Let's rate it. Melbourne Bitter, 375 millilitre can. It looks okay. There's some nice lacing on the glass. It looks good. It smells okay. It tastes okay. It's a meddling 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. If you like what you see, please comment. Please hit that notification bell to get notified of future videos from us, which is basically twice a day, 4 times on the weekend, on a Saturday, 4 times on a Sunday. So plenty of content being uploaded to YouTube from the channel. Yeah, comment, subscribe, give us a big fat thumbs up. Thank you very much to Travis for sending. Boom! Cheers.